All right, welcome back. This is MDawg, and we are fishing at Winding Rivulet. Way down here in the corner, 114, 115, 125, something like that. Clip 10 right out here, and we've been doing this for the last few minutes. 15 minutes. We got two Donnets Rough. So this is the star of the show here in this spot, our Donnets Rough. And even from a low level, once you have gotten your red worms, you actually can catch them on regular worm. I think you'll see the bite rate increase on red worm. The good news about Donnets Rough is they do give you a lot of XP, a decent amount of silver, and it's just a fun sort of semi-rare fish to go for, even at a low level. Once you have some feeder rods set up, technically you can float fish for them. In my opinion, not quite as fun, but you can put your float down on the bottom and kind of find them down there on float as well. But the main goal that we're working on right now as Captain Santiago is getting to the sea, but the smaller goal is we're trying to get to 34.9 on bottom fishing, which we are just so close to. We're going to go back and check the cafe here at Winding, because I either want to if something in the cafe compels me, I may stay here a little bit longer. But really what I thought I would do in this video is kind of update what we're working on. Still been fishing at Mosquito in that same Gibble Crucian spot. And the reason why the goal has been 35% on bottom fishing is because that allows us to use the first of the carp rigs, the classic hair rig. And we can then maybe get in on a little bit higher percentage of those trophies. I don't know, we can at least experiment with it. Obviously we won't have PVA, but we will have ground bait and boilies, so we'll give that a try once we get to 35%, and we are very close. So let's see what's on the cafe. What I wanted to do at Belaya, if we do go there, is really just go back and check to see how active the Bleak are, out of really curiosity, because last time we were there, I meant to check it, but it got so late in the evening I wasn't able to. Okay, so we'll definitely take this rough order. This is 6.6 silver for two fish that wouldn't have been worth anything. Oh, a Donnets rough order for 58 silver. Okay, that's amazing. I mean, that's something to check for. If that Donnets rough order is active for you, then it's a no-brainer, right? Just because right now it's very catchable. And even the larger Donnets rough is only worth 30, so to get 58 for the smaller one, that's pretty phenomenal. But that's another 51 silver. With cafe orders, I don't know, we've just been absolutely doing so well. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, let's get a more fun float. I think I meant to do this last time. So I saw that Bleak order, so we're going to try to catch a few Bleak here if they're still active. And then maybe we'll still go to regular float. One that I kind of like is this one for really small fish. We will definitely see the bite. It is such a small little float. So we'll go with that one. I think this is these tall ones, Invisifloats. I love these. What's the lightest one? It's just a little bit heavy probably for what we're going for right now. Now this one, this would work. I really like these tall floats, but let's don't spend any more silver than we have to. Let me see if I actually like this very light silver stick. So we'll give this a try. And we're going to start with bloodworm, the bait that we have the most of that might work on bleach, and just see what kind of bite rate we have over here. If it goes pretty quick, then we'll yeah, you can see the nibble already. So there's a very fast bite. That's actually dace, which immediately makes me want to switch to a little deeper and see if we can also catch dace. But we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, I don't have all of my lights on, which is why getting a little bit of a weird coloration there on the camera. Hopefully that'll improve it a little bit. All right, so there's a Bleak, got a dace, and then a Bleak. So we just need 5 Bleak. If any of them are real big, we probably will not use those. But as soon as we get 5 small Bleak, we can go for it. What are we using here? 22? I think let's try switching for a 20. I'm just curious kind of how this will how this will work. And of course our 20 is here. I don't know, with how active, how good the fishing is on some of these early maps right now, in some ways I feel like this has been the smoothest start that I've ever had to an account, a leveling series. And of course I'm trying not to treat this like a leveling series. I'm trying to talk my brain into thinking that this is actually just a my new main account, at least for now. Just curious what Bleak or even though we don't have Pearl Barley fully unlocked yet, like we can't craft it, we will be able to craft it soon. Like that's probably our next goal. Our next little goal will probably be to unlock Pearl Barley. I don't mind throwing in a piece of Pearl Barley and seeing if the Bleak in this spot like it. Far so good. Yeah, so the problem we may run into is, do we have small enough Bleak to justify going for this cafe order? A lot of 50-gram Bleak. So I do think that maybe on average we're seeing slightly more consistent size here with the 20 hook. So when the bite rate is this strong, not a bad idea to go a little bigger hook. Yeah. So I just want to check this real quick because we need to make a decision how long we want to stay here. So the Bleak order is 5 from 20. And it'd be 18 silver. Right now, if I sold all the Bleak, how much would they be worth? 11 silver. So we can give it a couple more Bleak. Let's see if we get 2 or 3 more, and maybe one of them is a non-marker, and the other 2 are really nice ones. We'll see how this goes. Did we check to see if casters were available in Belaya? I can't remember now. Wow, I was really patient. We waited a long time. All right, there's another one. Yeah, let's try caster. Well, we've got 54. It must be in stock somewhere. I just don't remember where. But maybe it was Belaya. Actually, before we wait patiently for this, I'm going to put the depth back at 25. So still definitely in Bleak range, but maybe we open the door to an occasional nice dace as well with this size hook. We're about to do this same dance over at Belaya too, I think. Now the interesting thing about Bloodworm is Bloodworm does work for the Bleak, but we're probably going to see Roach and Perch a little more often with Bloodworm. Where Dace, in theory at least, brings in, sorry, Casters, in theory, brings in the Dace a little more. Oh, I hate that we didn't get to see what that was. All right, we're going to cast a little farther out. This should increase the bite rate, I think. So this is where this float maybe isn't as good when you're casting a little farther away from you. If you're float fishing very close to you, I actually really like this float. Very inexpensive. There's a dace. Very inexpensive, and it allows you to see so much of the nibble and the bite because of how tall it is. But you got to use very lightweight baits, at least if you get this size float. And then because of the size of it, how small it is and thin, you don't want to be doing long casts unless you've got really good eyes. All right, we're hitting those dace, but suppose we ought to switch back and just catch another Bleak and then call it if We're going to go to Belaya. Test Belaya's Bleak. And remember, we have this very light 1.7 kilo line. It's not true Invisalign, but it's line. Okay, so we may actually start with caster. Primarily, it's going to be Bleak, though. I don't know that Dace are active in that spot or not. I am going to still do the Bleak order. Obviously, it's better than not doing it. We didn't get any more Roach. I wish we had done Gudgeon, but we didn't go for Gudgeon this time. So we made another 58 silver, which puts us at 883, and that was the most expensive fish because of that. Donit's Rough. All right, let's do a little bit more Bleak fishing before we wrap this one up. This is going to be a little shorter. Just know that I continue to fish even when we're not pressing record. When I have time, when work allows and I have time, we're still doing some fishing here and there. I tell you what, let's go ahead and get to our spot. Was it here? It was, right? Yeah. All right, so let's think about maybe just worm. Go worm, and what's something else we could try that we have a lot of that might, maybe maggots. We might occasionally catch a Bleak off the bottom. I presume that we'll get mostly roach on these. We'll see. All right, now here we go. Let's see if the Bleak are still active here at Belaya. People have been saying they are, reporting on the Bleak. Let's test them ourselves. Be crazy if we got 0 bites here, huh? I guess while we're unsure on the bites, we could change to a smaller hook maybe. Yeah, that float's just too hard for me to see at that distance. As much as I like it up close, this is not up close enough. Alright, finally a bite, but then we missed it. Take the rig out of the water. Okay, let's go with 22 hook, and I don't know. Let's start with pearl barley and work our way backwards, maybe. How long ago was the last post about Bleak in this spot? Earlier today. 71-61, 40 to 50% cast. Caster maggot. I mean, I could be overshooting it, I guess. I mean, something is wrong. Caster and maggot. 50% cast. I mean, that is so much shorter. Because we don't have any points, I wonder if that's too short, but we'll see. We were getting a bite there. So maybe that's the problem. On bottom. We can obviously cast these a lot closer. keep testing it here, see what's going on. Okay, a little further out. We're using bloodworm again. Maybe this is just a good example of sometimes spots don't work for you like they work for some other people or something. I don't know. I'm a little confused, a little surprised. Oh wow, river mussel. Is that a bleak? There's no way. That's a chub. Alright, something's going on. We can confirm something's going on. And it's a little weird. Alright, so, well, we are not disappointing here. Very consistent. Belaya is very consistently disappointing right now for Santiago. But listen, Santiago's not going to give up on Belaya. Gonna keep coming back. Belaya is too fun to give up on. Well, unless we're going to trophy grayling real quick. I guess since we're here, might as well just ask this a couple times here. Wasn't this basically somewhere in here where we ended up catching it last time? At least we finally caught a decent brown trout or something. I'm about out of ideas, so I guess I'm going to go back after we finish this recording. I may just go back to just blindly fishing at Mosquito till we hit that goal of going up on our bottom fishing to 35%. We're so close. Maybe we can just do that together real quick as the last thing we do on this video. I'm so tempted. I don't think I'll do this, but I'm so tempted to get another sort of light spinning rod and just troll Cory. Troll Mosquito just for fun. But it feels like a waste. I don't think I will just because of the silver cost. It just sounds fun, but it usually takes quite a bit of time to get good bites, and then it's not really worth it. It's just sort of a fun thing. Hey, that's a nice grayling. Decent XP. We'll take that. Alright. Let's see here. Let's do one more cast. Caught a couple grayling. Nothing special. It is nice to see the grayling maybe picking up a little bit in this spot. Throw the spiker one more time, then we'll throw the Aquila one more time, and then we'll head to Mosquito to finish this off. Okay, we got another grayling. So it looks like this is turning slowly into a nice little grayling spot, perhaps. We can always hope. That would be a fun development here at Belaya. We could get something a little more reliable, a little more consistent. But even with these couple of grayling, we've at least made our travel money back. Leveled up our spin fishing a teeny bit. And tried to find the bleak. The bleak are not popping off for me at least. Now we didn't have flies. It might be the magic that unlocks. The spot that I saw, to be fair, did involve sandwich bait, which maybe it just helps. So we got 19 more silver, almost 900. I guess we'll go to Mosquito and finish this off with a few more Crucian Gibbles, just so that we can hit our goal, hopefully. I'm gonna go back to 9 clip. I sort of go between 8 and 9. In this spot. It's amazing. Bite rate is so good. Sometimes this spot just goes off. The spot's almost always good, but sometimes it's great. All right, will we get it on the first fish? Oh yeah, 35%. Okay, there you go. And I'm gonna save the next video because I'll have to do some checking around for the right what boilies we want to try, dip. We also have to, you know, buy the right components to set up the carp rig. I'll go ahead and show you what that's like. So you go from Paternoster. We just unlocked classic hair rig. There's a couple things we've got to get. We've got to buy a lead core. We can still use that type of sinker if we want. We can use one of those. I suspect we'll try a different type though, and then we'll also have to get carp hooks, not to mention the boilies. It's worth it because it's fun, but there is a lot you have to do, so we'll save that for next time. Either way, we got 3 more quick fish and leveled up to 35%, so maybe our I don't know, we'll have to figure out what our next little goal is going to be. The next thing we probably will do is have some fun on the next one, looking at these trophy Crucian Gibbles, see if we can get any without PVA and with just boilies. So we'll check it out. All right, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.